Most likely, the thumbnail drew your attention to this film, but make sure you watch it all the way through. Mark, you would have a whole different perspective on women at the end of the minute if I told you that everything you think you know about love is untrue. By the conclusion of this video, you will not only understand how women think you'll know how to make them feel something so strong they'll never forget you, but you will also no longer feel as if love is some kind of riddle that you can't solve. The fact is that women don't love men, at least not in the manner you believe. You've heard that women fell for the kindest, wealthiest, or most attractive guys. They are not fooled by your appearance, wealth, or even your character. I have a special present for you before we continue. The Female Mind Control Handbook, a free ebook that includes the best-kept methods for influencing any woman's desires. Purchase it today. Women appreciate the way you make them feel, not you. Women don't love you for your appearance, your wealth, or even your personality. This is a truth that most men will never understand. The link can be in the pinned comment or description. Let's begin. Isn't it true that they like the feelings you give them? On the same day, a woman may encounter two men, one who challenges her and makes her laugh uncontrollably, and the other who says all the right things but bores her. You can guess who she will be thinking about that evening. Isn't that unfair? She will forget you more quickly than yesterday's news experts refer to as emotional imprinting if she doesn't have a strong connection with you, even if you are the most gorgeous, successful, and well-dressed person in the room. She will always select the man who makes her feel alive, even if the more committed person is the safest option. The guys who women really lust for create an emotional roller coaster that blends tension, excitement, mystery, and comfort. This is where most men fall short. They attempt to persuade her with reason and wow her with their achievements. She is forced to pursue the high by them. Have you ever questioned why, despite their assurances that they are done, women constantly end up going back to their former partners? It's because of how he made her feel, signed to, not because of who he is. She feels less the more you pursue him. Have you ever sent someone a text message and waited for hours to hear back? Has the nagging fear that she may not be interested ever crossed your mind? Since women are geared for expectation, a male who is always accessible, texting, and present generates no tension, and tension is what makes attraction so powerful. Now reverse it. Have you ever had someone who was always accessible to you, responded to your texts right away, or agreed to all of your requests? How did you feel about that? The exact element that may make her fall in love with a guy is destroyed when he pursues her, according to human psychology. We want what we may lose, and when she knows she has you, her brain relaxes. Attraction wanes as a result, which is why high-value men allow women to approach them rather than pursuing them. They don't offer a woman everything at once when she approaches them. Instead, they leave her wondering and enigmatized, since the instant she stops thinking about you, she forgets you sign 3. Instead of a good gentleman, women want a man who is dependable. Let's talk about the good guy. In actuality, women seek a guy who is nice but not weak, despite their frequent claims to want a compassionate person. A common misconception among guys is that being kind means accepting everything and never questioning or taking the initiative. But I want to know whether you would appreciate a guy who never questioned you, a leader who constantly compromises. Would you trust them? The answer is no, since women are attracted to emotional power rather than physical strength. Stoic men are attractive to women because they are the kind of men who can leave anybody, even her, if needed, don't give in to pressure, and don't beg for approval. A woman wants a person who is dependable when all else fails, not a therapist or another buddy. A guy who doesn't react, who maintains his composure in the face of stress, and who doesn't crumble under her pressure because, well, she will put him to the test. According to Sign 4, love is a game of perception rather than reality. The notion that individuals fall in love based on reality is one of the greatest misconceptions in the field of love. Although you could think that a woman falls in love with you because of your personality, actions, or treatment of her, the reality is that she is falling in love with the story she has created about you. Cognitive projection is the term used by psychologists to describe individuals' propensity to project their own emotions, aspirations, and expectations onto other people. A woman's perception of you is influenced by her subconscious ideas, desires, and prior anxieties. She does not perceive you as you are when she first meets you. This explains why a woman might seem to shift from being utterly enamored to being uninterested in you in an instant. It's not that you changed, rather, it's that she saw you differently, and perception is crucial. Have you ever heard a woman say something like, "He's so mysterious, he just gets me, I can't stop thinking about him," when describing a guy she's obsessed with? Then, when she puts the same guy in a different situation, like he's too available, too predictable, too desperate to please, she suddenly starts saying things like, "He's kind of boring, I feel like I've outgrown him." Here's where most men go wrong. They let that narrative develop randomly, without any control, letting her emotions dictate everything. Once she mentally places you in the safe or predictable category, it's game over. The man didn't change the frame, and a woman's emotions don't respond to logic. Instead, they respond to the narrative in her mind. Thus, how can you control perception fundamentally? You become background noise if a woman is solely at ease with you, but she will return again and time again if you offer her intimate moments, interspersed with moments when she isn't sure what you're thinking. If you're constantly accessible, scarcity adds value. She won't worry about you if she always knows what you'll do next. And the instant she stops wondering, she stops experiencing emotional highs and lows, which fosters attachment. When she has to earn your time, your presence increases her value of it. Women tend to choose the choice that keeps their thoughts engaged rather than the one that makes the most sense. You can affect her affection for you if you can affect how she perceives you. Sign number 5. After all we've spoken about, the emotional high, the mystery, the perception, if she feels safe, she won't ever leave. A woman stays with you because she feels safe. And I'm not just talking about physical safety, which is clear. This is the fundamental truth about love that surpasses all other factors. I'm talking about emotional stability, the deep-seated subconscious belief that while she is with you, she is protected from the outside world and from her own inner anguish. Think about this. Compared to men, women are naturally more emotionally adaptable. Their emotions change like the tide. Their emotions are always shifting because of the diverse ways in which their brains interpret emotion. The one thing she desires above all else in a world where her feelings are ever-changing is an unwavering guy. This is where Stoicism's real strength lies. The majority of men erroneously think that emotional strength equates to emotionlessness or distance, while the strongest men are consistent rather than emotionless. They might be fervent and fixated one moment, and then aloof and uncertain the next. This is biology, not manipulation. A woman feels safe when she knows that you don't lose your anger when things don't go your way, don't lose your cool under pressure, and don't let her emotions rule you. Most guys make a mistake when a woman becomes emotional. They either become emotional back, which makes her feel like she must control your feelings rather than her own, or they attempt to heal her emotions, which makes her feel like she isn't being heard. Attraction is destroyed by these two actions. Consider the most handsome guys in history. Women never moved on from the guys they penned love letters to for years. They possessed a presence, a deep, steady, peaceful energy that made a woman feel as if nothing could shake them, in addition to being wealthy and physically powerful. The right step: stay calm, be there, and don't back down. Panicking is the worst thing you can do when a lady tests you. The best course of action is to maintain your composure and defend your position. This does not imply that you tolerate rudeness. Rather, it shows her that you are the one person she can always rely on, regardless of the difficulties she faces. In the end, the women who remain, the ones who never lose interest, never wander, and never stop being in love, are the ones who have discovered a guy who makes them feel secure in a manner that no other man can. Therefore, when a woman discovers that she won't only love you, she won't want to leave you. This is Stoic direction. To ensure you don't miss any strategies that will help you stay ahead of the game, click the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you found this helpful. Keep your composure, stay focused, and allow them to follow you.